Coach, what's your game plan for Kenrich tonight? Will he be able to see any action?
I don't know. We still got to make absolutely sure. He's doing some things right now, but only been through a couple of practices, and they hadn't been really hard practices, so we'll just have to wait and see.
For this Miami Heat team, they have been on fire from the three-point line. How do you defend outside tonight?
Well, you got to get back out to them. You got to make them make challenge threes, but they're shooting the ball extremely well. A bunch of the guys. Duncan Robinson is shooting as well as anybody in the league, really, and that's who he is. So we have to do that. But they also have Jimmy Butler, who may not. You look at his percentage, and it may not be 40% or anything, but he makes all the big ones. So they're a very good team. They play extremely hard. They're unbelievably well coached, and they execute. So you have to be very, very solid defensively because they take advantage of all your mistakes defensively.
The Heat zone defense is always interesting. What opportunities versus challenges does it present tonight?
Well, you got to make shots. That's the one thing, and you got to find a way to penetrate in and make the zone collapse. But obviously, when you play in zone, the team have to beat you over the top, and so you have to make shots, and you have to move the basketball, and you have to create good shots against the zone.
Miami was already a good team prior to adding Andre Iguodala and Jay Crowder. How would they fit into the mix?
Well, they're both just really good players, and obviously Iggy I've coached before, and he's just an extremely bright player, very versatile, can guard really 1, 2, 3s, and 4s. And he's another guy that, you look at the percentage that he's shooting from 3, and it may not be very impressive, but he makes all the big ones also. So just a good, solid player to add to the mix.
Is it unusual to see so many young guys contribute this much like Miami has, and even undrafted rookies that are just such a big part of their offense?
They've done a good job. Obviously, the scouting has been extremely great. Nan is a player that was in the G League, a year ago, and he's as solid as he can get in our league. He's had some huge scoring games, in the 30s, and plays with just a lot of confidence. So. The young guys coming into the league now, they feel like they belong, and so most of them have really stepped up. Like I said, there's been guys that have spent a few games or a year in the G League, and I think it's done wonders for them when they get to this level. They play with a lot of confidence.
The line that Dan Line is this year is pretty crazy. What do you think about all the different ways that he can impact the game?
Well, he's another guy that have worked extremely hard to improve his game, and the level that he's playing at now, I'm sure he's going to be considered, as one of the guys for the most improved player. He's rebounding the ball extremely well. I think where he's really made the biggest jump is offensively. He's done some things offensively that I'm not sure that anybody thought that he was capable of, but he's been very consistent in, some of the post moves and some of the footwork that he's had, and from a defensive standpoint, the rim protection and rebounding the basketball, he's been very good at that also.
What do you tell your guys now when every game really truly counts?
I think they know that. We made that pretty obvious. It's not like we have to catch one team. We've got to catch 4 teams now, and so obviously, with 20 games to go, the only thing that we have going for us is that we play most of those teams, and we play them, multiple times. So it's a head-to-head situation, and we don't have margin for error. We don't have any room for error, so we have to. We have 20 playoff games, basically, is what it is.
On a lighter note, Coach, what did you think of your Bayou Boys tennis shoes today?
Good. He actually gave the coaches a pair also, so that was good. So he's an interesting kid. He hates all this attention. He just really hates all this attention, and he would rather just stay in and be able to play. But it's interesting, for a young guy and to have a signature shoe coming out, at 19. it's amazing. You know, he'll be 20 years old in July. So but he's very mature and he's been great. Great teammate. Our guys really, really like him, and I think they respect, what he's all about. So it'll be interesting to see.
Thank you.